Lashallah of Hashem. Shmo hamiyat b'chol.
I say twice.
B'chol levavecha. Says Rashi. B'shnei yitzrecha. You're supposed to love Hashem. B'shnei yitzrecha. With both of your inclinations. What are the two inclinations? The Yetzer Tov and the Yetzer Hara. For the first and only question, I'm going to ask you a very simple question. How are you supposed to love Hashem with the Yetzer Hara?
Using the Yetzer Hara?
Are you answering or are you asking? Which one are you doing?
To clarify the question.
You're asking to clarify my question. Okay. Let's start again. The mitzvah to love Hashem b'chol levavcha. Rashi says, what's the plural? B'shnei yitzrecha, with both of your inclinations. So I understand to love Hashem with the Yetzer Tov. Yetzer Tov is the inclination that gets you to do mitzvahs, to learn Torah, do mitzvahs. That I understand. So what's b'chol nafshecha? So what's the next one? The Yetzer Hara? How do you love Hashem with the Yetzer Hara? The thing that gets you to do averos. The two things don't seem to go together. Love Hashem and the evil inclination. How do they go together? That's the question.
All right, makes sense.
Good? Very simple. I'm going to attempt to answer that question two ways now. Simple answer, which I thought you were saying, was that you use the Yetzer Hara to serve Hashem. For example, a person has taiva, he has physical needs. So you use physicality for a mitzvah. To eat. So you use the taiva to eat for a mitzvah on Shabbos. Shabbos Suda.
Yeah, but my Yetzer Hara is not driving me to make myself a chicken sandwich. So I don't get.
What are you saying?
You're saying because I'm physically driven to do something like making myself a chicken sandwich because it tastes good, that's my Yetzer Hara pushing me? Who says it's a Yetzer Hara?
I'm just saying the idea of physicality, to use physicality for a mitzvah. To use physicality for a mitzvah. The physicality. Okay, very good. So, physicality for sexual relations. You use that for when it's permitted, with one's wife, when she's permitted.
Right.
So all physicality, a taiva, right, that you use for a mitzvah. So that's how you serve Hashem with the Yetzer Hara, the evil inclination. You channel it to a mitzvah. Person has a nature to like blood. So you become a mo'il, a shaykhid, a rebbe. No. Okay. So you're using the Yetzer Hara, the desire for blood, which is not a good thing, and you channel it for a mitzvah. That's what I'm saying. Same thing too with food and relations. With a shul, we're not going to say the word sex. Okay? So you channel that for good things. Good? It's a simple shot. You want to ask a question? Okay. So that would be the simple explanation. Instead of doing it for something asur, you do it for something mutter. And you channel the evil inclination for a mitzvah. And I'm going to tell you a deeper idea. This is fascinating. I'll give you one example. Two examples. Kavod, honor. We spend the whole night talking about all the different chazal that tell us how bad honor is. That is for oneself, to want honor, to want kavod. But the desire for honor, what do you do with that? The Yetzer Hara for honor. You use that and you give the honor to the next person. That's serving God with the Yetzer Hara, with the evil inclination. The Torah tells us all the time that a certain attribute is bad. Is not what the Torah attitude? That's for oneself. You shouldn't be about taiva. You shouldn't run after women and food. That's for your own self. But for others, when somebody comes over You make him a good steak. You don't say, well, you should. It's not good for a person to be so into this world. No, that's for yourself. Don't be from on somebody else's cheshbon. Rishon Salanter said, it's better in Yiddish, but I'll say it in English for brethren out there. Somebody else's physicality is your spirituality. Somebody else's gashmias is your ruchnias. So you take the kavod, which is bad, the Yitzhahara, but you use it for good, for how to treat the other person. For yourself, you shouldn't want to have honor, but for the other person, you should give him kavod. Give you another example. This is fascinating. The bad meter of lack of belief in Hashem, non-emunah, not bitach. Hashem made that, right? So what do you do with that? The Yitzhahara, for lack of belief in Hashem. How do you use that in service of Hashem? Now I would never say this, but I saw this in a great sefer, the Shmuzim from Reb Michal Birnbaum, who was the Mashgiach at the yeshiva of Reb Moshe Feinstein. And apparently Reb Moshe, who had what to do with his time, he would go to listen to the Shmuzim of Reb Michal Birnbaum. So as the saying goes, if it's good enough for Reb Moshe, it's good enough for us. Reb Michal Birnbaum says a fascinating idea to explain this chazal, and I thought it was so fascinating. What do you do with this idea? Hashem made this idea of people, of lack of belief in Hashem. Lack of emunah, lack of bitachon. What do you do with that? How do you use that for service to Hashem? Somebody comes to you with a problem. The child is sick. They don't have a wife. They don't have a husband. They don't have panasa. They don't have a job. They have problems, and they come to you and they ask you for advice, or they ask you for help. What are you supposed to say?
Believe in Hashem.
That's what you would think. Zata Michal Birnbaum. No. You know what you do? You help him. And you don't say, you know what the problem is? You're not davening enough.
They tell you, they say that because they don't want to help you and stuff.
You know what the problem is? Right. You're not learning enough. You're not doing enough stucco. You're not doing enough mitzvahs. That's not the attitude. For yourself. When the Gemara talks about when you have all the tzaras, you're supposed to do things to improve that's for yourself. Not for answers to give to the other person. For the other person, you don't do that. For the other person, then you know what? I'm going to talk to you. What type of a job are you looking for? Whatever field he says, whatever experience he has, you try to help him in that field. If you went to law school, you call Yaakov Zaydel. You call one of your lawyer friends, and you try to see if you can help him. If it's negay, if it's not. Don't ruin your friendship over some guy you just met. Make sure he's qualified, whatever it is. But the point is, listen to this idea, Shmuel. I think it's so beautiful. You use the idea of lack of belief in Hashem, the fact that your ability is going to make a difference.
I like that.
And you use that in avodas Hashem. For yourself, that's your attitude, is belief in Hashem, and God will provide, and you should minimize your work and focus on your spirituality, and Hashem will provide. That's for yourself. But for others, that's not what He wants. That's not what God wants. That's not what your job now is, to not believe in Hashem, quote unquote. Because you're supposed to focus on the ability to empathize with your friend, and if he comes to you with a friend, with an Eitzah, he needs help. That's not when you're supposed to say, oh, God will provide. No. You make a phone call. See what you can do. Try to find the right doctor. You do what you can. So you're using the lack of belief in Hashem in avodas Hashem. Because if you're going to focus on, oh, God will provide, then you're not going to make that phone call. You know how God will provide? By you making that phone call. God doesn't make phone calls. He puts the idea into your head, who to call, who to do. It's a beautiful insight from Michal Birnbaum. How do you serve Hashem with the Yitzhahara? The Yitzhahara of lack of belief in Hashem the fact that you have to do things, and nothing will get done unless you actually spend time on doing things. You use that as a way for you to start doing stuff to help your friend in your avodas Hashem.
Usually the other way around.
You hear this right? You use the lack of belief in Hashem, which is a bad midah.
But over here, when they're taking it from you, who cares?
But you use that and you channel it in your avodas Hashem. So I just want to summarize with this idea that there's a difference between yourself and for others. Getting back to kavod. When the Gemara talks about all the bad things, kavod's not good for you, it's bad for you. That's talking about for oneself. It's not talking about how to treat others. To treat others, you cover the other person. Maybe he should refuse it. That's between him and his maker. But as far as you're concerned, your obligation is to shower goodness upon the other person. Very, very important principle for us to realize that there's a difference between how a person acts himself and how you're supposed to treat others. When the Gemara says, "Kovet's not good for you," that's for yourself. But for others, you will the person as much as you can.